day in the neighborhood. Fucking SC lost, and bro, you see how I am. I ain't even shaved, bro. Negative. Fuck. Negative. It's one of them fucking days. But you know how it is. And we still got tomorrow. Guess what, dude? Fuck it. Let's go. Hit my motherfucking intro. Your boy didn't even shave today. It's all bad, dude. Fucking SC. Come on, baby. Let's do better. Do better. Be better. I'm gonna start bringing people up. You guys know him from the Combat Lounge. You know him from After Dark. You know him from Unfiltered Truth. You know who we roll with. You know who this guy is, dude. Doing big things in the MMA world. Y'all better watch out for him. If you don't follow him, you're fucking up. That's all I gotta say. What's happening, Kate?
Oh, what's up?
All right, so the next person I got backstage, you know him from Spaces. He's always on Spaces. He's the king of Spaces. He does his thing. So let me bring up Wit. What's happening, Wit?
What's up, fellas? What's up, nation?
Man, oh man, dude. Today, not that great for me. You know. My fucking Trojans just fucking dropped the ball, but it is what it is, dude. You know, kind of seen this coming. It's just self-inflicted, bro. You know what I mean? So hard to watch. You know what I mean? But yeah. But we're here to talk Raiders football. Tomorrow, the Raiders play the New England Patriots. This is typically this is what back-to-back years that we played the Patriots, right?
Yep.
Ooh, wow. So yeah, and I think last year it took what a fucking Chandler Jones crackhead miracle to win the game, right? So I'm kind of interested. See how this game comes out. I do think the Raiders have more talent on their team than the Patriots do. However, Bill Belichick is a great defensive coach. He knows what he's doing. He's always going to have his team prepared. It's going to be interesting. Will talent win or will preparation win?
You know, I got to say this on your show because I've been very critical of some things in the past. I never thought the day I would say that the best part of watching this Raiders team right now is the defensive side of the ball. It's still not perfect. Still not. But they are keeping us in ball games. I mean,
they are.
We can't score more than 20 points in a game offensively with all this money on the offense, but our $5.57 defense is over here keeping us in ball games. Let's go, baby.
Let's fucking go. And we had a Bob sighting, and Bob actually played well. Bob got, 2 picks? One was thrown right to him. The other one, a hustle play. So far, Bob is doing pretty good in coverage, and Bob, this last game didn't hurt his own, hurt his own teammates or block his own teammates. Let's give Bob his props, and for the rest of today, we're gonna call Bob Robert Spillane. Okay, we're gonna give him his props, give him his due, give him his respect.
I mean, the ball was thrown right at him. I hope he could catch it.
Bro, Trayvon Moore, dude, that don't mean shit, bro. Come on,
actually, actually, we're not going to do that this week because actually, if you really look at everything, Trevon Merrick. Hold on, my daughter's yelling. Trevon Merrick's actually been doing his thing. Actually,
He has.
Mhm.
He has. He finally looks like a vet out there.
He just gotta like. Ever since he came with us, man, it's like I swear he could be an all pro, almost an all pro safety. He just catch those picks.
Right.
It's like every year, it's like they give him gimme picks, and it's like he just can't catch them. I'm like, that's the main reason why we brought you in.
That's why he don't play receiver too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, but okay. So, but at TCU, he was a ball hawk. He was he was able to get get his hands on that ball and do good things with it. You mean so? I think it can happen with him. Will it? Who knows? Who really knows?
Man, as long as he just keep making plays, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I wanted to say something real quick. It's kind of off the subject, but if the Raiders don't get it together, I mean, they're 2-3, whatever. But if they don't get it together, I started thinking about it today. I don't think we have to get the number 1 overall pick because that quarterback out of Washington is,
Mm-hmm.
bro. I'll take him. I'll take Caleb.
Drake
I'll take
May.
Drake May even,
Drake
but
May. Oh my gosh, dude! I've been watching Drake May, bro.
Ooh.
That boy is
but I
surgical.
love watching. I love watching that Washington quarterback, bro. He's just a.
Oh, I love Penix.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I love Penix. The only problem with Penix is he's had 2 torn ACLs. What else? Torn Achilles. His whole problem is that his injury history, and I think he's been in college for like 12 years, right?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know.
At least 5.
I mean,
right?
he's not Bo Nix or JT Daniels or anybody like that. I don't think so. But yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I mean, Bo Nix has been in college for a minute too. And that's what scares me about him. And
Yeah.
today, watching that Washington Oregon game, Bo Nix doesn't look bad, but I'm kind of scared that that's his ceiling. You know
Actually,
what I'm saying? It's college football. You know?
Michael's he's only 23.
He's 23.
Yeah.
Okay. I like him. I do. I like the way he spins the ball. I like the way he reads defenses. I like how now his delivery is a little fucking wonky. It's a little Tim Tebow. No, I'm not gonna say Tim Tebow.
No, because
Brian Leftwich.
that's how lefties look, though, bro. All lefties have like a weird delivery in a way.
It's kind of like a baseball pitch. You mean? That's my biggest fear with him. You mean just that long fucking baseball pitch, pass. I mean, because in the NFL he's gonna have less time. You're gonna have guys like Max Crosby, Von Miller, let's see, Khalil Mack, in your ass real quick, and that long wind up and everything. It may come to bite him, but who knows?
I think he has a pretty quick release, and I think honestly it could, if they need to shorten it up, that's not a problem.
So he may be a guy you sit for a year and work on his footwork and his release.
I don't know, man. It just depends who you got calling the shots. To be honest.
No,
to be honest,
I don't.
If there's a quarterback being drafted,
I don't think so. I think Michael.
I'm officially on this train, dog. The motherfucking this front office should not be a part of that fucking that. I don't care if it's just Ziegler. I'm sorry, Josh McDaniels should not be a part of that if that happens. Now, if we get him at like pick 20 because we had a successful season or even a moderately successful season, that's cool. You mean? But Yeah, I know I was supposed to give it to week 7. I'm kind of not on that train.
Bro,
I'm not on
Michael,
that train.
bro, if we're being
Not
honest,
on that train.
he can be a starter next year for a team, bro, because no matter what, bro, if you really want to put it, like, if we're being honest, he's the second best quarterback in college football right now. He is.
I'm gonna say Drake May
Washington's doing
is.
big things. They're about to win the Pac-12 too.
He's in the hunt for 3. I give him in the hunt for 3, but
No,
not 2.
because you could say Bo Nix, but he just went and whooped Bo Nix ass today. So I mean, he's the second best quarterback in football.
Drake May is out there with ass receivers putting up numbers. I'm sorry. The one with the most upside.
I like Drake, man.
I like Drake May, but Michael Penix, dude, he's legit, bro. He's legit.
I think he's legit, and I like him.
Washington's doing big things this year, and it's because of him.
You might be right.
I think
Oregon's got a defense too.
You said who?
Truthfully, Oregon's got a defense too.
Oh yeah. I think we just gotta be in the mix, man, for the quarterbacks. Like, if it's not Caleb, then we gotta be in the mix with Drake, or whoever. But we just gotta be in the mix. You can't, you can't be too far away from, top 5 and top 10. Like, we can't pick at 14 or 15 and think we're gonna get one of those guys without giving a buttload of shit.
Bro, I don't want a quarterback unless I trade up for him. Though.
You got to do whatever it takes. I don't care if you're picking 15. You have to do what it takes to move up and get your guy, bro. That's what it is. Every team has to do it. What makes the Raiders any different? No matter what you do this season, I don't give a fuck if you go out there and win the Super Bowl and you're picked 32. If you need a quarterback of the future, you do what the fuck you got to do to move up and get the quarterback, bro. Every team does it. It doesn't matter. You overpay for the quarterback position. Why? Because it's the most important position in football.
Woo, keep preaching. Yeah, you got to, dude. And let's be honest. And if you got to keep drafting that position every year, every other year, I don't give a shit, dude. You got to continue to keep doing that because it's the most important position in all the sports. Literally. I mean, it's the most important position. It has to get done. The Raiders have to get this shit right. So if it's Caleb Williams, Drake May, Michael Penix, I don't give a shit, dude. Let's just get this done. I mean, because it's kind of like, we keep putting Band-Aids over shit. Like Derek Carr, dude, let's call it what it was. Derek Carr was the best quarterback we had for a minute. And I'm going to say since Jason Campbell. Jason Campbell, a lot of people disrespect Jason Campbell, but Jason Campbell on the Raiders.
Jason was solid, yeah.
He was solid, dude. Hey, man, that second year, dude, oh my God. What? Didn't his first year, we swept the division, went 8-8. And I think the Chiefs went 8-8, even though we swept the whole division, they still won the division on some bullshit, you know? And then the next year, he broke his collarbone and
man, I'll take Bruce Gronkowski over this bullshit right now. At least we'll get points.
hey, Bruce was fearless though.
Bruce get it
done. You know what I mean? Bruce was fearless, bro.
Yeah.
Shit. Matter of fact, if I give Bruce Gronkowski just a little more durable, because the man was fearless and he could put a ball anywhere, you know what I mean? But yeah, man.
Man, I just feel like, man, if we if McDaniels wants to win, this team wants to win, then okay, cool. But we can't afford to have a 5, 6, 7 win season, and it's predictable. And it's predictable next year as far as the quarterbacks coming out. Like,
bro,
if you have a bad season, have a bad season.
Yeah. Okay, but you traded the 1 and 2 for Devontae Adams, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then You got Josh Jacobs, a top 5 running back in the NFL, right? Just call it what it is. You have Max Crosby, a top 3 pass rusher, outside pass rusher in the league, right? What the fuck are you doing? You mean? This team is they got key positions locked down, but the most key position, that's the part that baffles me. You mean, like, fucking dude, when are we gonna get that position filled? When are we gonna get this handled? Because dude, these are great positions to have, right? Mm-hmm. If you have the main cog, you have to have the main cog. All this other shit doesn't mean anything.
I mean, yeah, you got to lock in that position, especially for the future. I mean, you looking at the outlook at the AFC is like you have a bunch of these teams that have went their route of getting a rookie quarterback or pivoting to get like a proven, great quarterback. Russell Wilson from Denver. I mean, from Seattle. I mean, it didn't.
At least they were trying, right?
Yeah, it didn't pan out, but it was still a good. It was still a good move.
I didn't say it was successful, but
yeah, it was. It was the right move. It was a good move, but I feel like I feel like if the Raiders were in the NFC, then okay, cool. You had like a year or so to get your shit together, quarterback. But we're in the AFC, man, especially in this division.
With Pat Mahomes.
Mahomes locked in. Then you got Herbert locked in, and then you have us.
Josh Allen.
And then you have Josh Allen. Yeah, and the list goes on. I mean, C.J. Stroud, the Texans balling. They found a quarterback.
Hold on. And I got shitted on because I wanted him to be a Raider, but Tua, you know what I mean? Dude, Tua's out here fucking. Dude, Tua almost broke the fucking record for scoring, bro. I mean, come on now. You mean, like,
yeah?
Are we serious? You mean, like, dude, everybody wants to, shit on Tua, but
Tua's balling.
Tua's legit top 10. Legit.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this to be this type of a guy, but I also think that, not to say Tua is a bad quarterback, but I think that a lot of it too is the talent that's put around him by Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, but you got to give him his respect for what he's doing with that talent. Because let's be honest.
Oh, I respect it a lot. Hey, call your
because Jimmy Garoppolo ain't doing what he's doing.
No, he's not. And we pushed back that money for another year.
Thank you. Matter of fact, the Raiders kind of need a rookie quarterback, right? Just to make their pockets.
I was screaming, draft CJ Stroud, draft CJ Stroud, draft CJ.
So was I, though. Everybody. Oh my God, we was all screaming draft CJ Stroud.
Now this motherfucker looks like a top 5 quarterback right now.
Right?
Yeah.
I think he got 186 pass attempts without interception.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown the pick
yet. This is a rookie, bro. This is a rookie.
And he's he's doing this with 3rd, 4th string.
Yeah, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. So last week I watched the Carolina game, and I was watching closely at things Bryce Young was doing. My only complaint about Bryce Young is he spins into too many sacks or he takes too many sacks. But here's the thing. Every single time Carolina moves the ball, it's because he's making a play for them. See, Carolina failed Bryce this year. And I get it. It's a rookie, it's his rookie year. This isn't going to be his only year, but it's like they did fail him.
Also, they don't have a run game for him.
Number one receiver is a 35-year-old, washed up Adam Thielen. Like that is not how you support your rookie quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. No. Okay, so I think if Bryce Young still had DJ Moore, He probably have a couple W's underneath his belt.
Oh,
I mean,
The
it's
kid's
just the
cool.
way that their offense is being ran, man.
no,
Like,
let me tell you this though, Whit, real quick. If I'm Carolina, you already not making the playoffs. I would tank the rest of the season and go get my guy
No.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
They can't because their first round
because they
pick
gave
belongs
them
to
picks away.
Chicago.
Oh, I forgot about that.
They gave their future away.
Oh shit.
Shit, they can take for the 33rd pick. I mean, shit. I don't know what they're gonna get, but I mean,
you may have the 33rd pick.
I mean,
Well, they better do something for my boy Bryce over there because he's out there trying
They-
everything
they-
he can.
they need to give it. Frank Wright needs to give up the play call, and that's what's killing the damn team, man.
Hey, didn't Frank Wright come from?
He came from Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
No. Before that, where did he come from? Kansas City, right?
He was the OC, not of KC. He was the OC of oh, it's gonna bug me.
Philly, right? No, where the fuck did he come from?
I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know, man, but it's just they still got problems in the O-line. Like, I don't know. It's a lot. I mean, you bring in Miles Sanders, that's cool. Miles Sanders out. You put in Chuba. Now you're relying on Adam Thielen and DJ Chark, Hayden Hurst.
Nope.
So he started his coaching career in Indianapolis. Then he went to Arizona to be a wide receiver coach. Then he went to the Chargers in 2013 to be a QB coach. Then he was the Chargers OC in 2014-15, and then the Colts got him to be a head coach from the Eagles. You were right. He was the Eagles OC in 2016-17.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, fuck yeah. Oh yeah, he was under Peterson, right? He was the offensive coordinator when they won the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Because remember, I was telling everybody the Raiders needed to pick up Peterson, and they were like, it was all Frank Wright. It's all Frank Wright. Okay.
Man, Peterson got Jacksonville looking right. If you really want to be honest about it, that's another head coaching candidate that we could have got before Josh McDaniels too.
All right.
Damn, Skippy. Okay, so let me ask you guys a question. What do you guys think this outlook of this game tomorrow is going to be? Seriously, your honest opinion, bro.
I expect New England to clean up the mess they've been going on the past 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna try to run the ball like Green Bay did.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel as though New England has more capable weapons than Green Bay does on the offensive side.
Who Aguilar?
You said who?
Nelson Aguilar, right?
Nah, Aguilar's with Baltimore.
Is he?
Yeah. I mean, they
got Juju Smith-Schuster.
Juju, Devontae.
I would agree with you, Whit. If I would agree with that, but half of New England's team's out. Juju's out. They have 15 players out this week.
Oh shit!
Damn, 15 players? Seriously?
Yeah.
All right. So what you're saying is there's a chance we win, right? Like, seriously.
Well, we better fucking win.
Yeah. It's really no excuse tomorrow.
Right.
I'm going to be honest with you. If we drop this game to New England, I think the talks are going to start ramping up about Josh.
Because they already done been mentioning about it. I think that Diana Rossini
And I'm not
retweeted
talking.
something.
I was going to say I'm not talking about the fans. I'm talking about the front office. They're going to actually have a conversation about it if we lose in New England.
Right.
Oh yeah, I think that like as far as the league, like I guess insiders are getting like tidbits, everything like that. Because I think I saw something like Diana Rossini retweeted something, or I don't know, it was somebody that retweeted something like that. It was like stuff might ramp up, like they got to start winning more games, like the Raiders got to start winning more games, or like some talks are gonna be had about McDaniels and his job.
Yeah, the Athletic put that out today. Said if we don't start winning games, that McDaniels is going to be on the hot seat. And that he already is pretty much. But
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
they're trying to give him chances.
Wow.
I don't know, man. I just feel like if you got doubt in the direction that your coach has for this team, but you want to give him the benefit of the doubt, I think that's just not good practice.
Well, I'll say this. I think this is what's going to happen. If somebody's going, it's McDaniels. I think Ziegler might get another chance without him, but they're going to make Ziegler fire his boy. Or they might can Ziegler with him, and then we won't do a GM search. They're going to offer that position to Champ Kelly. Because Champ deserves a shot.
He does deserve a shot to run his own show.
He doesn't have much say in what's going on because he's the assistant, Right. He's not the main shot caller. But I think if he was the main shot caller, I think this team would look a little bit different, and I really believe that.
As far as coaches, like in the coaching search, I think we're not gonna have a chance to interview Bieniemy.
Why is that?
I think he might stay in Washington.
Why?
Because Ron and Jack Del Rio are gone.
That job.
They're gone.
Hold on though. Because I honestly think if they fire Josh McDaniels, the ship is going right. So he's gonna get one of the top prospects at quarterback, right? And he's gonna have Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, Michael Mayer. I know a lot of people ain't really high on Michael Mayer, but the last couple games I've been watching Michael Mayer. Dude's open.
You gotta get the ball. He's
not getting the ball.
Hey.
He's open. He's hitting the seams. He's doing his fucking job.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Rich. I don't think Hunter Renfro's on this team after week 8.
Yeah, I think he might be gone, man.
What can we
and those talks been ramping up a lot.
They're paying this man $13.5 million to never get the ball. We are here and going into week 6 or whatever week we're in, and this motherfucker has 2 or 3 targets on the whole fucking season, bro.
I don't even think he has over 10 targets this year.
No,
and it's ridiculous. And people are saying, "Oh, it's because Renfrow isn't getting open." Okay, if he's not getting open,
no, it's not because he's not getting open.
They haven't been looking at the game.
Listen, this is what I'm just saying. This is what people say. Oh, it's because he's not getting open. Well, if he's not getting open, then that should say something about your scheme. Because John Gruden, when he was here, he had no problem with Renfrow getting open. He was a 1,000-yard fucking receiver.
No, that was Greg Olsen. Let's be honest, Greg Olsen.
Well, who gives a fuck?
I don't think Greg Olsen is a great football mind either.
That staff in general. Hunter Renfrow is a good fucking slot receiver, bro. Why don't we use him?
He is.
And he's even better when you let him run his own routes. When you don't draw up, it's just crazy.
Y'all see the formations we be running. Like, this shit is so fucking repetitive. Like, you see the same shit every damn drive. 2 hours.
Hey, Cade, wait, can y'all run this real quick for me? I gotta go. I gotta go handle something real quick.
All right. Yeah, so you see the same shit every week. like when we come out and like, you're gonna have your fullback, you're gonna have 2 wide receivers, Myers and Devontae, then you're gonna have a tight end. Or you might have 1 wide receiver, 2 tight ends, Jacob Johnson, and then Josh Jacobs. Like the only time, Cade, when we really see us in shotgun is when we have to be in shotgun. And then that's when you see Renfro come in sometimes during shotgun, but that's pretty much the only time you really see him.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy, man.
And I was saying it's just like we're like when we, like you said, he was a 1,000-yard receiver not too long ago, and all pro and everything like that. And it's like you sign him, you give him his money on a team-friendly deal, basically. It's team-friendly. And the following year, you don't play him. And then all that's doing is just shooting his value to other teams. Like, hey, you can't go to other teams and say, hey, I need a second or I need a third for Hunter Renfrow. They're going to fucking laugh at you. It's like, yeah, I'm going to give you a 5th or 6th pick. I'm going to give you a 5th at best, give you a 6th pick. And then you go about your day. You can take it or leave it.
The craziest thing about this, too, is that 1,000-yard receiver season, that wasn't even a fluke, because if you really know football and you watch football and watch that guy and how he runs his routes and how he plays the game, he's a specialist. That wasn't a fluke season. You don't just stop being a good player. Like, it's something to do with your scheme, coaching wise, or maybe you're hurt or something, but he's completely healthy. He doesn't even get targeted, bro. It's not even like Jimmy. Like when Jimmy snaps the ball, he looks for 2 guys, 16 and 17. Those are the only 2 numbers he sees on the field. And if he don't see them, he looks for 8.
Yeah, I'm about to say he looks for Josh. He looks for Josh at the backfield, like for like a check down. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like that's just the whole fucking offense, and it's like you kind of saw last week of how Green Bay was trying to eliminate Devontae. It's like, hey, if I eliminate Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers beats me, then Jacoby Myers has to beat me. But if I can stack the box against Josh Jacobs, eliminate that run or blow up that right side of the line, and then just double cup and then have a safety over top of, the corner guarding Devontae Adams, then I have a fucking chance every time against this offense.
Another thing is too, man, is you drafted Michael Mayer. He gets as many targets as Hunter has. And then Trey Tucker has proven that he's an explosive, game-changing player that needs more reps. And he doesn't get it's like we'll use him and he'll make a big play and then he won't play the rest of the game.
It's like the film study against our offense is just so basic. It's like I feel like teams are just savoring when they look at our film study. They're just like, hey, if I see Trey Tucker in the game, then I know it's about to be an
end round, right?
If I see Jacob Johnson in the backfield, then 80% of the time it's gonna be a run. Like if I see Hunter Renfrow in the game, then yeah, they're gonna pass the ball. They're not gonna run.
Well, that's basically, I don't know if Rich was here when I was saying it, or Phil, Phil's backstage. But the thing is like it just that type of stuff just bugs me, and I feel like is ignorant. Like you have a kid that comes in and gets you a 36-yard run and shows his explosiveness and his speed off an end around, and then he sits on the sideline the rest of the game. You don't even see him.
Okay. I heard it all in my earpiece, but give him a deep over. You know what I mean?
Well, that's your number one
Or
problem
middle
here. Your
over.
quarterback doesn't throw deep. So
Yeah, he's got
right
a
off the
noodle.
Yeah,
rip, that's your
or
problem.
middle over. Something. You mean hit him on a smash route. Hit him on
So here's where it gets a little dicey because I've happened to be privy to some information that you guys are not, and we have the classic case of the quarterback don't trust his offensive line.
really.
And because the quarterback doesn't trust his offensive line, that ball is coming out quick.
True that.
I mean, with with Van Roten,
I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I'm
James,
tired of hearing that bullshit, though.
I am too, because the pass protection has been at least average, no matter how bad it might look.
I feel like that's
Oh,
just
true
an
that.
excuse for your piss poor play as the leader.
Absolutely.
But all on the same token though too. Like, there's way too much talent on this fucking team not to score more than 20 points a game.
Being squandered.
You mean? And guess what?
Rapucho.
I gotta put that on the head coach, bro. I have to. You mean?
It is on him because he's not utilizing all of his talent.
It is and it ain't. So if you go back and you look at the tape, you'll see receivers, tight ends, all kinds of guys being open. What you see is your noodle arm quarterback deciding where he was going to go with the ball before the ball's even hiked.
Well,
And to a certain extent, it is his fault because that's the guy that he brought in.
thank you. That's what I was just about to say. I was going to say I didn't want to cut you off. I was going to let you finish.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say.
For instance, last game, right? The play where Devontae Adams gets pushed out of bounds, right? He catches the ball, gets pushed out of bounds. Michael Mayers is there for 6. Never looked at him.
He missed the play before we had talked about this, the first drive that they scored the field goal on. 2 plays before the field goal, when he throws the incompletion to the left side, staring down Devontae or Jacoby Myers. It was Devontae. You had Hunter Renfrow wide open in the end zone on a skinny post.
He don't see that. Yep. He don't see 13 out there.
Never looks to his right one time. So it was funny. The previous guy never looked to his left. Jimmy never looked to his right. This guy don't look
to his right.
I'll say this though. If there's one thing I can complain about Michael Mayer, and he's a rookie, so he has all the time in the world to get better at it. But Baby Hippo needs to start blocking better.
Hey, but I
he got to get to a spot first. He got to work on getting to a spot. Then he's got to work on. He's quick. He's slow off the ball in a different way. He's not. Whenever he engages with defenders, he's usually the secondary guy, and he's getting stood up as soon as the other guy gets his hands on him.
I think people to a point about Michael Mayer. I think people expected him to be more of that middle of the field type of tight end and everything. But I think, honestly, if you look at Michael Mayer, tell me if I'm wrong, by the way. But when I see Michael Mayer, I'm like, it looks like he's more of a red zone target than anything else.
Yes and no.
He's got a lot of Lee Smith in him.
Zach Miller type of fucking tight end.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. I think he can be excellent in the middle of the field.
I don't see Zach Miller.
But he's not fast like Waller.
And I think that these and I
really
really
not fast like Miller either.
Yeah, I don't see Zach Miller in him. But I would say this: I think that these scouts and people that evaluate these players coming up, like, I really truly believe this. I think that they do these players that haven't even played it down in the NFL a huge disservice to compare them to somebody that they're not. Like, they were calling this guy Rob Gronkowski, Baby Gronk, all this shit. And it's like, brother, you haven't even played one down in the NFL, bro, and people are already calling you that. I just think it's a huge disservice because then when they're not that player on the field, fans are like, oh, he's a bust. He's not good. he's not this or that. But it's like,
I mean, Gronk. Okay, well, let's tell the truth. Gronk wasn't even Gronk at Arizona State. Let's be honest. He wasn't Gronk at Arizona State. Funny, the Raiders. The fucker. Their scouts had him as the number one player in the whole draft. Funny how that one works, right? But yeah, sure is funny.
and I'm not even going to lie to you. I was part of that problem. I was sitting there saying, man, dude, he does kind of look like that at Notre Dame. He kind of does look like a little bit of Gronk and everything. But looking back at it, it's just like, dude hadn't played one down yet. So, like, why is he getting that comparison? I don't know. That's just me, though.
Body type.
Yeah,
Type.
and what they see on the film. No,
Yeah, but he wasn't big enough to be body type. Remember, Gronk was 6'6", 6'7". This dude is barely 6'4".
I thought it was 6'6".
No, he's 6'4", dude.
like 6'4.5".
6'4", moves like Bobby Hill.
Yeah, 6'4" and slow, which is
damn. You said Bobby Hill. That's fucked up, right?
But surprisingly, when the ball in his hands, he that was the fastest I think I've ever seen him run. At least at this level.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting tomorrow. I honestly think the Raiders can win this game. They should win this game.
I was gonna say, Phil, you weren't here when I was saying this, but I think I saw the report, and this is what I saw. Don't quote me, but I was just telling them. I think honestly, the Patriots have 15 players that are hurt this week, and I was telling Rich that and Whit that if the Raiders drop this game to the Patriots, I don't think it's going to be the fans having this discussion about Josh McDaniels anymore. I think it's going to go on in the front office. Like, they're going to probably have that conversation about it.
They have to.
You and I have already spoke about this, and Rich as well. Whit, I'll let you in on the secret since we haven't had a chance to speak. At this point, Josh McDaniels is pretty much coaching week to week.
It is what it is, bro.
Phew.
It is what it is, bro. Let's be honest. You mean like
and Phil, we all saw his face when Dan Carlson missed that field goal.
field goals? Field goals.
Very red and live TV, and he was like panicking because he was like, "Oh my gosh, like that might be it."
Like, but and that's why this shit is so frustrating. Feel how you want to feel about McDaniels and what he has and hasn't done and his shortcomings and his second go round and all that other stuff. But there are literally things on that football field that he has no control over that he's placed his team in position to execute, and they just don't execute.
Some of that is want to though. I mean, like I don't think Rich Bisaccia should have remained the Raiders head coach, but you've seen that the team wanted to execute and do things for this man. You mean they wanted to go out there and tackle the world, break through a wall. You mean it was. It didn't give a fuck. Whatever the obstacle was, they was ready to run it over, right?
Yeah, and I was gonna say I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the smartest guy or I know it all or anything like that, but like I'm a firm believer that the head coach of your football team is supposed to be the main leader that everyone looks up to, and your coordinators are there to do a freaking job. I mean, look at what's going on in Detroit right now. I don't think Dan Campbell's the main leader.
Bite knees, right?
But he's the leader there, and he's leading those guys. He's getting those guys to believe in something. And
He's the CEO, right?
yeah, he's the guy that those guys want to play for, and his coordinators do their job, and he lets them do their job, and he leads that team. And they're changing the entire culture over there. They're probably going to find the playoffs this year and win the division. Actually, it's not probably. It's going to happen.
Should be winning that division handily. They should run that shit running away.
But I mean, you got to
Dundee.
get back.
I'm gonna say this: the most fucked up thing I could think of is New England ends up with the number 1 overall pick. He ends up leaving the Raiders, going to New England. You know what I mean? Like, it's all set up for him. That's some bullshit. That's some shit that would happen
Good
to
fucking
us.
riddance.
I'm looking at the report for Patriots. So they got Juju out, Cole Strange out, starting guard, Riley Reed, Demario Douglas, their rookie speedster, Tyrone Wheatley. They still had Trent Brown, Michael Wino, and then also Tyquan Thornton questionable.
Oh. Hey, I gotta tell you that something. Good evening, gentlemen. Raider Rich, Kate. Salute to everybody. And I just had really thought that about for the Raiders versus Patriots because over the last performance that we got after against Green Bay Packers, I mean, people they just misunderstood about the credit of Patrick Graham as offensive coordinator, and some people are just taking on a criticism about of Patrick Graham, but I just see like a click and the chemistry of the defense and the offense is just building up. But we need to worry about for the defense against the New England Patriots because that defense will look very worst. And for that case of Bill Belichick, I think this because it happened a lot of times because he's been banned like in a whole league for like a whole years, and I think this is gonna be like the. Don't be surprised if Bill Belichick is gonna be like this last season for the New England Patriots because he was going up for this one. So
Go ahead. One in.
Yeah.
and I really thought it's gonna be like everything happens right now, but I think we're gonna need to help it about for the defense, the offense, and I think one name is gonna be like I think the name is gonna happen like a Lerner Williams.
Talking about like
Lerner,
the trade deadline.
yeah, Lerner Williams because if they're gonna trade of Hunter Renfro, if they're gonna trade the Hunter Renfro, I think they're gonna happen like between for the defense, the offense, and between everything. So
I mean, yeah, Patrick Graham has been saving McDaniel's ass in the offensive mishaps.
Hey, not to cut you off with, but hey guys, I got to get out of here, man. I got family over. I got to go spend some time with them, but it was fun talking with you guys, and I'll be back next week.
All right, bro.
Hey,
Thank,
Rob. Hey, thank you for showing up. I appreciate you, brother.
yes, sir. Not a problem, man. I'll talk to you this week.
All
I'll
right.
talk to you tomorrow, bro. You already know. So
You already know. Hey. We end up on wit shit, yelling at everybody.
Usually how it goes.
Yep.
Right? Or at least at Jones shit. We just mad as fuck.
Yeah. Depending on
Bullshit.
outcome of the game tomorrow, Jones might just take it over.
I will say this though. When Jones starts a space, it's a big ass space.
Oh yeah.
Big ass space.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. Yeah, with Renfro, with Renfro, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like with Leonard Williams, like that's a good piece. I know, his name been lingering around like past few off seasons. with us, but I don't know, man. Like with this regime and like the way this season going and stuff that's looming around, like I just don't know.
I don't know either. But here's the thing though. With Josh McDaniels being week to week, right? Who the hell is going to take over as head coach? That's what I want to know. Rolling Dubs, what's happening?
What up, Vince?
What up? What up?
That's the question everybody wants to have an answer to, Rich, and I hope, honest and truthfully, I hope that we never come to it.
Mm.
Because I'm not interested. I'm not interested in seeing the Raiders lose. I'm really not. As
I'm
much
not
as I
either,
want
but
to, as much as I want a new quarterback, I don't want to sit. It's too early in the season to be sitting here rooting for losses. They're a
okay.
game off of being 500 with the easiest stretch of schedule they're ever gonna have.
In a minute, right?
Yeah.
You know, but I'm gonna
Their
tell you this:
defense, the way
if
their
if
defense
you
is
lose to
playing,
Chicago,
their defense is literally playing well enough to win them the next 5 games by themselves.
what is that middle of the pack, sir? I would just like to know.
That's upper middle. Yes, I believe they're 14th now, 11th in
Yes,
pass
Wow.
defense.
yes,
The turnovers are coming now. The sacks are coming.
And
yes.
it just sad that this Graham Graham gonna get the short end of the stick, man. You know.
Oh,
No, he's not.
hold on, though. Hold on. And the rookie is starting to look better and better every week.
And he's not 100%.
Mm-hmm.
He is not 100%, but he's looking better every week. He's getting closer and closer.
And he's coachable. That's the number one
Yes,
thing, is that he's coachable.
yes.
Yeah.
When you
I
talk,
honestly, I think by next year we might have a tandem. By next year.
and you're not even talking about the evolution of Malcolm Kuntz.
Okay, so when the year started, I said I didn't want to see Malcolm Kuntz out there. I got beat up. I got yelled at. Everybody was mad at me. And I'm gonna say this: I apologize to Malcolm Kuntz. He gets off the ball fast. He's in the backfield doing his thing. He's not a run stopper, but he gets off the
Primarily,
ball
but he's
fast.
stopping. He's stopping the run.
He kind of run stopping. I'll give him. You know, he's getting in there. He ain't
I
scared of
would,
shit.
they
He ain't scared of
rotate
shit.
them,
I'm gonna put him like that. He ain't
yeah,
scared of shit.
and they're rotating them nicely, because I see Tyree in there paying dividends on rundowns.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at that, man, that's a big motherfucker, bro. That dude is huge.
I just
And
glad. I'm just glad he's just standing up.
yeah, made
Dundee, I'm with you. I'm with you. I got Tyree Wilson within getting a sack this game.
Let me check the odds on that.
so he could. Well, they like we were talking about. You know, he went from being a joke in terms of get off to now offensive linemen are using illegal blocks and holding him in
And
order to
triple
stop
team.
him and in order to stop him from making plays. I mean,
Yes.
everybody's been so hung up about, oh, let's go out get another edge. Like, for what? So you can
Mm-hmm.
stymie the growth of your first round pick, who's getting better by the every time you look at him, right in
Got
front
every
of your
snap.
eyes,
Every
every
fucking
snap.
snap.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should have got Jalen Carter. We fucked up. This guy's a bust. I'm like, no, he's not a bust. He's
like
working
you
his
guys
way.
have,
He's
yeah,
injured.
you
He's
have no
working his way
idea what
in.
this
He's
dude
getting it.
said. I've hit a new stage. I've hit a new stage, and I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm perfect about the shit, because I'm not. But in
Nope.
terms of watching football players and watching potential and eyeballing potential, said this kid has no ceiling. and turn physically
No,
what he's capable of. If he could, once he learns technique and how to properly apply it, and then start to
motherfucker.
master it and mix things up and set guys up, there is nothing this
Woo.
man cannot do. There is no one
If he
who's going
ever
to be.
learned how to use these long ass arms, Phil,
Oh
tell him.
my God.
Yeah.
If he ever learned that long arm
Ever.
technique,
Push, pull, any number of them. His arms are so long that whenever he is the tackles are losing battles. They're fighting for their
yes,
lives against Tyree Wilson every time he rushes.
bro. And this dude is just.
And he's
Let's put it
nowhere
like this:
near
they're
as
throwing
good
him
as
out
he's gonna
there
be.
raw as fuck. You know what I mean? And a little bit injured. You know what I mean? Like I'm cool. I'm happy with him. I see his evolution. It's to the point now where they're doubling him, tripling him. And that's what I wanted to see. You know what I mean? The teams recognize it when he's on the field. You know what I mean? And they recognize when he's on the field. Remember Khalil Mack had 4 sacks on the year, but teams had to know where the fuck he was at, right?
Mm-hmm. And this kid is starting to get close. He's been getting closer,
Yes.
but he's starting to get, and even in his first bit of action, he was right there. He got into a preseason game and drove the tackle all the way back to the quarterback, missed the sack because he didn't know the quarterback was right there.
Bro, he ripped that man's groin.
He
he
fucking
ripped that man's groin.
off a
He
fucking
ripped his
floor.
bro. He ripped his balls. Let's tell the truth.
That's a big motherfucker right there, man.
Yeah, he ripped
What?
a 300-pound man's
No, no,
balls.
no, no.
Oh,
He's that
Wisconsin.
275.
No, I'm talking about the dude he fucking ripped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Josh Bell. Was it Josh Ball or something? He from Wisconsin or some shit like that. Yeah, big motherfucker.
And hold on, at Wisconsin, right? So at Wisconsin, you can't even see the field until after 2 years of food prep, physical fucking training, everything,
Running out
bro.
there in the snow, logging,
Yeah. So Wisconsin,
lumberjacking and
they
shit.
got a stringent fucking thing with their offensive linemen, bro. You won't see the field through your first 2-3 years. You got to be really good to be out there your 30s. But you see a lot of good offensive tackles and offensive linemen come out of Wisconsin. Why? Because they have such a stringent program.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I mean, Melvin Gordon got drafted in the first round because of that program.
Yeah.
Just saying. But nah, man. This team drives our emotions all over the place, and it's just always crazy, because we see the potential of this team. We see that there's talent on this team, dude. We have the best receiver in the NFL. We have one of the best slot receivers in the NFL. We have the best running back in the NFL. We have a top 3 edge rusher in the NFL. Something's got to give. Something's got to give soon. With this team. This team does not have bad bones. It has good bones. Some of them bones are a little older than others, but it is what it is. But something's got to break. Something's got to give. Because this team should. Fuck it. I'm gonna tell the truth. The Kansas City, the reigning Super Bowl champions. How many All-Pro players they got on their team? Let's be honest. The quarterback, the tight end. I'm gonna say the middle linebacker because I actually like the middle linebacker, and Chris Jones. That's 4. That's 4 All-Pro players, and the rest is just right. but they got the one position right. The one position right. Mhm. And this is a cheap team. That team is cheap as all damn hell. Raider Nation, go on some Chief chats, dude. They'll tell. Oh my God, Chiefs fans will tell you about how cheap this fucking franchise is, bro. They don't give a shit. It's all about the money. But they got that one position down. So until the Raiders get that one position down, or it's gonna be some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of them, and these people we found on the internet can be automatically enrolled in the Progressive Loyalty Program and get special rewards.
Hey, Rob.
Yo,
Rob, what's up? We getting the full fucking view of the garage now, or what?
I don't know about the full view, but you know, it is a little something.
Oh shit! I'm surprised there's no pussy running front to back, you know, or back and forth. You know, Rafa, ¿qué onda?
Got to keep it civilized.
I don't even think Rafa's still here.
He's present, but not current. He's here, but not currently all present.
Yeah.
Right? Oh shit, dude! I'm already here at an hour. Hold on. Who the fuck is it? Oh, hold on. Let's see what's up. Twan, my brother, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, fam? How y'all doing?
Oh my God! All right, so you here to bring the good word, right?
hey, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's good, right?
Right?
As long
But
as
it's
it's
always
good.
right?
Sometimes the news we want to hear ain't good, but hey, it is good. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
It's all perspective. What y'all got going, man? I caught a little bit of what y'all was talking about Tyree, but y'all might have moved on from that.
Okay. So we was just talking about, the outlook of this team, because this team's actually got a lot of talent on it, and it shouldn't be middle of the pack. You have the best receiver in the NFL right now, currently. You have the best running back in the NFL currently. You have a top 3 pass rusher, right, with no help, right?
You know what, Rich? It really reminds me of this, man. I remember when I was in school, and they would have those parent teacher meetings. That your parent would have to come to the school and listen, talk to the teacher, and the teacher would tell them, what you've been doing in class. You've been lying to your moms and pops at home, but when they get to the classroom, the teacher really tell them what the get down is. And
Right.
I used to get this statement all the time, and maybe you guys got this statement. Your kid, he's very bright, but he's just not he's not showing he's not putting in the effort. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
he's not applying himself, right?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Something in that aspect is what would be said, but that's exactly what is this team. There is no way, looking at this roster, that what the result that we're seeing is what we should be getting. And obviously now it's in a situation where it's like, yeah, the team looks good, but it's not. They're not showing their. he's not showing his full potential in this class, and that's what we're seeing. It's crazy.
We say that's coaching, right?
And this is the crazy part about it. And this is something I'm still scratching my head on. The things that the offense is doing is really what the defense is supposed to be doing. The defense is looking good with what the paper is showing.
$5.75 defense. Tell the truth.
It's a flip.
And $4 of those dollars is spent on Max Crosby, right?
In all aspects of trying to understand this of what side was going to be the downfall of our team, we all kind of identified that our offense was set and our defense was going to be what we were going to be struggling with. That's why a lot of the content creators and everybody else in the preseason was all talking about the defense, because we're like, if we get our defense together, we're going to be off running. Right. Now it's a situation where it seemed like it flipped, where our defense is actually playing well, and our offense seems like it's the $2 amount cap situation.
Except for it's a $200 million offense.
But like I said, it flipped, and I don't know what happened with the flip, but that's what we're getting. Our defense is playing. I'm not saying our defense is the 2000 Baltimore Ravens, but our defense playing well.
It's top 15.
It's top 15, buddy. You haven't seen a defense that good in almost 20 years.
And that's facts. That is facts.
I told people this was a middle of the pack 2 weeks ago. Pack defense 2 weeks ago. It was killing me. It was on me tough on social media, Twan. Hey. My mentions have been quiet, silent, and nobody has had nothing to say since then.
And our offense has been where's Waldo?
Horrific.
And you know what's crazy too, Phil? I was getting killed. And maybe this is a venting session for me. I was getting killed for talking about the Broncos game and how we should have played better in the Broncos game. And if we're expecting to play like that all season, we're going to get ran through. And what ended up happening? We got ran through. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those situations. And I'm glad DA came out last week and said almost the same thing that I've been saying. If we want to get to the playoffs, if we want to get to the Super Bowl, we're gonna have to blow out some of these teams when it's time to blow out some of these teams. We can't just be pity patting and expecting to skate through every game. That's not how, you know what I'm saying, good teams are. Good teams will blow you out on the spot just to get you out of the way.
Just because you showed up, right?
Exactly.
Because they needed some work. They wanted to see how successful they could be if they did with what they've been working on.
Hey, let's give you this 40 piece because we need to see our backup quarterback get some snaps.
Right.
That's
right.
Those are the playoff teams, and that's where we need to get to. And that's where I see in GA's press conference, the most recent one, that's what he's talking about. Yeah, he's okay with winning, you know what I'm saying, getting the dub, but he knows that you have to dominate. And then there goes McDaniels in the post speech talking about, oh, you just got to be 1 point better than the other team. I don't know if that sounds like domination.
Twan, what you're saying is our receiver is way more Raider than our fucking coach, right? Because Al said what? Just win, baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pride and poise, right?
Commitment to excellence.
Commitment to excellence. Come on now.
That man has seen more Super Bowls than you've ever dreamed of seeing in your life, and yet you would dare to question him about his commitment.
Right?
I just can't. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the irony in that situation.
Bro, I'm gonna say this though about Josh McDaniels. I think Josh McDaniels' genius was Bill Belichick's preparation. Do you understand what I'm saying? If somebody gives you the answers to the test, Well, fuck it. You're going to have the answers to the test. You already know what you got to do. Now that nobody has the answers to the test, well, this is where we're at, right? Let's be honest.
I think it was a perfect marriage. You know what I'm saying? You have a really talented offensive coordinator that's married to one of probably the best defensive coaches in the game. And
Ever.
And then on top of that, you have the best signal caller. You know what I'm saying? The best person under center
the game has ever seen.
The game has ever seen. And Phil, I'm with you on that. I think that's our downfall. I think that's really our downfall.
I'll give him the most decorated.
Well,
play,
I mean, that's
whatever helps you. Whatever helps you go to sleep tonight. Whatever helps you go to sleep tonight is whatever that is.
Hey, bro.
Tomato.
I'm gonna tell you this. 1999. I'm not taking fucking Tom Brady over fucking Peyton Manning. I'm not. Not till 2008, 2009.
That's preference, but I
was gonna say Tom was about three Super Bowls deep by that time. My G, you over here just hating.
Hey, bro, and he threw for 3 passes for 50
over there.
yards and won the Super Bowl.
But what did Peyton Manning do though? Because if I recall correctly, in his rookie year, the Colts went 3-13.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think that going back to the whole Tom Brady connection,
and the Patriots fucking sat there and took Tom Brady to the fucking Super Bowl with him not doing shit. Right?
And so I mean, one got to the Super Bowl and the other one didn't, bro. What you want me to tell you? I mean,
all I'm going to say is this, bro. When you have 3 passes in the Super Bowl, it's not the same, bro. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Does Trent Dilfer's ring still count?
Fuck you 2 times. 2 times. 2 times. Tom had 3 before Peyton. Yes, he did.
But I think that's also our downfall as the Raiders.
Hold on. I want to just hit the pause button and just take this to the chat line. Well, you see what I got to deal with? This motherfucker is over here talking about I'm taking Peyton Manning over Tom Brady until 2008.
He was a better quarterback.
This man got 3 rings before he talked about, he got 3 rings. I think now it's cool for me to take him over Peyton Manning because Peyton Manning ain't even been to the damn one time because he been watching Tom.
They win 10 Super Bowls in a fucking row. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You put Peyton Manning on those Patriot teams, they win 10 Super Bowls in a row. You know I ain't lying. In a row. Am I lying?
If he couldn't beat Tom Brady in New England right now, watch this. Watch how I'm about to line him up with this one. See, listen to him talk. Just listen to him talk. I'm about to line him up with this one. So we've just got done talking about how Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels and all of the other people that were associated with the New England Patriots were all the beneficiaries of Tom Brady's greatness. So you mean to tell me that same greatness that he got that entire coaching staff over the hump with to make them look like geniuses, he wouldn't be able to do that very same thing someplace else?
No.
So then you would say that those gentlemen that we just mentioned were responsible for his success.
Yes.
He was nothing without them.
His first 3 Super Bowls, yes. Because Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady until 2008. Let's be honest.
He had 3 rings.
He had Randy Moss, Wes Welker.
He had 3 rings.
Okay, what the
He
fuck?
had 3. Who else had 3
Whoa.
rings?
This
Who
mother,
else?
he
Who
was
else?
Guilford for those three
Who
first
else?
rings.
Who else?
Guilford. What the
Who
fuck?
else had 3 rings?
This
Who
beyond
else had 3 rings? Who else?
fucking Aikman had 3 rings, motherfucker.
And what did Hakeman go to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. Aikman
So
went to the Hall of
by
Fame.
2008, by your own admission, he was already a Hall of Famer.
And didn't do shit. Yes. Yes. Complete liability. Yeah.
You hear? I can't make it
Tom
make
Brady was
sense.
not
Punk.
good
I can't make it make sense.
before
You know,
2000.
You see what I got to work with
hey,
over here.
every man got their opinion, brother.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
he wasn't
I
putting
can't
that
make it make
on the
sense.
game.
I can't make
He
it
was
make
winning
sense.
games by a point, a field goal. It was all Vinatieri. Tell the truth.
Hey,
Tell
some
the
are
truth.
Democrats, some are Republicans. I'm just saying, some are liberals, right? Hey,
Tell the truth.
it is what it is.
Hey, some are Raider fans. Some enjoy the game of football.
Nah, I just tell the truth, dog.
Oh,
Tell the truth, and sit there with the bullshit in your eye. 2 different stories, dog.
So back to what I was trying to say is I believe that's our downfall. Is the system that we're running was ran by the GOAT. And now we're expecting all these other quarterbacks that come out of this system to be the GOAT, and they're not.
That's fair.
Can I
That's
ask you
fair.
a question,
And
Twan?
that is,
Can I ask you
that
a
is
question,
why.
Twan? Can
And
I
that
please
is
ask
why
you a question?
Go ahead.
What was Derek Carr's best season as a quarterback?
Under Musgrave.
What year was that?
16.
What kind of offense was that?
That was a variation of this offense.
No, it was this offense, right?
Earhart Perkins.
Glenn Perkins offense, right? Offense, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Derek Carr should have never struggled in this offense. He was best, because we all heard he was best suited for that offense.
This offense.
Back in this offense.
This was supposed to be his offense.
Yeah.
Check with me, make all the checks at the line of scrimmage.
The same offense that Derek Carr didn't do well in, Jimmy G ain't doing well in.
And they look identical.
All four of the quarterbacks that have been under center look the same.
Look the same. The exact same.
So
and when you see that, that in turn will tell you that it's something that's being coached.
Because if it was the same system,
I'm not letting Derek Carr off the fucking off the hook though.
I'm not either.
You mean?
I'm not either.
But it's the truth. You want to talk about the truth? It's the truth. 4 quarterbacks have lined up under center, and they all look like the same guy.
The Rook looked bad. Jimmy G looks bad.
Derek Carr looked bad.
Derek
Carr looked bad.
Derek Carr in the Warriors looking bad.
Stiddy did losing so good, so well. We thought we could give him a shot. He made losing look good.
The front office didn't want to give Stiddy the shot because I honestly think Stiddy looked the best in this offense. Because he was hostile, mobile, and fucking.
So since you asking questions, I'm gonna ask this question.
Yes, sir.
And we'll talk. Here we go talking about Derek Carr. If Derek Carr was under the system with Musgrave, right, and he was in the system with McDaniels, what was the difference?
Oh, the difference is McDaniels expects him to read the whole field, where Musgrave expects him to read half the field. The
real difference is. I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish your thought, Rich. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, Musgrave used to have him hit. He used to pepper like in Fresno State. He would have him. His reads were either right or left,
Mm-hmm.
short, intermediate, and deep. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Where in this you have to read the whole field. Derek Carr doesn't read the whole field well.
Okay.
And then everything in this offense is predicated off of your post snap read. Derek Carr's great pre snap, horrible post snap.
Mm.
Right. So those are the differences.
Phil,
Go ahead, Phil.
After you done, Phil, I'm gonna post something, but go ahead.
So there's that's a two-parter because Derek Carr under Bill Musgrave was not the same guy as Derek Carr under Josh McDaniels. Derek Carr under Bill Musgrave was a much more fearless type player who was
Yes, he
far
was.
more aggressive about going out there and having some Raider ass shit. Now we could all easily point to the day that things changed was December 24th, 2016.
Yes, sir.
After that, Derek Carr, who was under Bill Musgrave, having an MVP candidate season, started
Did you
to
just call him
decline to be the
Candace?
guy. Candidacy just started his decline into what he is today.
Right.
But so you can't make that comparison that it's the same guy because it's not.
It's not.
So my question is this: isn't it coaching that identifies someone's deficiencies and then works around that? If for an example, if Rich is the quarterback and I know Rich can't run, am I going to, as a coach, am I supposed to draw up run plays for Rich?
He's gonna have to have some. I wouldn't. That's not what I would primarily be focusing on, and so by that token, that the logic is true, is sound. I get what you're saying and where you're going with that because your coach is
but also
absolute.
if Rich can't run, he should be in the NFL.
That's not necessarily true if that's not your assignment and what you have to do. Now, as a quarterback, if you can deliver a catchable ball, you don't have to run.
True.
I'm sorry.
Good.
I'm sorry. I don't think in today's NFL, if you can't move, you can't be a quarterback.
No, I get everything you guys are saying, but what I'm scratching my head is I just as a coach, if I know that you're good at this or you're bad at this, my play calling is going to dictate those certain things. I'm not going to make Lamar Jackson a person that's a mobile quarterback be stuck in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because that doesn't when you talk about the ceiling being high and all that stuff, you're not maxing out that person's potential by limiting them by, oh, you just got to sit in the pocket. You can't run.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's what's being said, but I'm just saying in the coaching aspect of things, even when we had O'Connell in there, why weren't there plays that eased him in to the system? Why are we just saying this is the playbook, go?
So there were play. You got one for starters. When O'Connell was in, they ran 15. They ran a variation of 15 plays, 13 to 15 plays. It was a very small installment of the playbook. They're not throwing him to the wolves and expecting him to know all 900 plays, line checks, varies, sight adjustments, in route options, each single one, the responsibility. They're not expecting him,
right?
yeah, they're not expecting him to be able to do all of that. not for the entire playbook. So it was only about 15 in between 13 to 15 plays. So they spoon fed him enough to get out there and get comfortable with what it was that he was doing. His problem was that his right tackle was getting beaten out of his stance on
Out
every
of this
single play, out of his stance, every single play. And his coach
talk about we gonna be
didn't
the
think,
best tackle tandem in the NFL.
yeah,
Right?
oof, yeah, that didn't age well.
Are
But
are
Nope.
are,
but
are we comfortable with Jimmy G passing the ball 40 times a game?
Nope.
no, well, if he throws the ball 40 times a game, at least 2 or 3 of those are going to be interceptions because
Four or
Jimmy
five,
G
baby. 4 or 5, bro. Let's be serious. 4 or 5.
2 or 3 will actually be cut. There'll be 4 or 5 opportunities. We'll say that. But the problem with Jimmy G is that he has quite frankly, a below average NFL arm.
Yes, he does.
That his
Matter of fact, Jimmy
the
G doesn't want to throw anywhere outside the numbers.
and I said that
Defenses know that.
I said that from the beginning of the year. I was like, his game is inside the numbers. If he can hit them inside the numbers, up to about 20 yards, then he can be successful. If that's not
Nope.
there for him, then we got problems because anything that he's throwing outside that's not a quick out is getting picked off and taken to the house.
That's another thing that scratches my head because there's been plenty of times where I've seen the player, you know what I'm saying, running up the seams, and I've seen him hit Kittle plenty of times up the seams, and I'm like, why is it not happening?
Because he's not the
That's
same quarterback.
a coaching thing because I've been asking myself the same thing too because I'm like, why in the hell are we
Rob
not
said it.
running to the tight ends? The seam should be there. You went out and drafted a tight end and then signed a former Pro Bowler who's a receiving threat, and you refuse to use them in ways that would be beneficial to the team. It's all there. The tight ends are primarily used to set up receivers to get open and clear space and rubs.
Yeah, that I scratch my head at. When Jimmy G was with the Niners, I used to joke around with my uncle because my uncle's a Niner fan, unfortunately, and I used to call Jimmy G Santa Claus because he used to always give up gifts,
Yep.
and that's what we're seeing. That's why it frustrates me when I see that Jimmy G is stepping back and passing as much as he is because I know that's he can't. If you ask him to pass 15 times a game, he's your guy. But when you getting up to that 40, 34,
25.
you risking it. You really are.
That's the truth. That's
So
the God's honest truth right there.
I have issues with this play calling. I really do. I don't know if Jimmy. Well, I don't know if Jimmy's audibling because obviously that I don't think that's even a option in this offense. But
Yes, it is. He's got autonomy. He's got an autonomy at the line of scrimmage. Every quarterback does.
well,
If you got to get out of a bad play, it's built in there for you to do that. We as fans and people who are not in the room like to think that that's real, that's a real thing, that they don't allow the quarterback to shake off a play. But if there's a play that he for sure knows is a bad one, then they call 3 in the huddle. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Right.
So they're not going to call 3 in the huddle and then tell him he can only run 1 if he sees that the 1 is bad. That just
Right.
doesn't happen. That's not professional football.
Mm. Yeah, oh God, I scratch my head on this team a whole lot because again, I feel like I'm that teacher, talking to somebody's parents saying, "Hey, your kid is bright, but he ain't putting the work forward." You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Twan, we're all invested in this, though. Seriously, we're
Yeah,
all invested in this. You mean?
And it's
The-
hard, especially as a content creator, for as much time as you spend following this team and you look at other teams that have gotten it together
God,
and are doing all of the things that they need to do in order to become great, and you're looking at this team and can't figure out how in the hell can I see this and know what you need to be great, but you can't see it and continue to make the very same mistakes no matter who comes in.
you know what kills me, Phil, and maybe it's just me, and maybe people can identify with this. But I watch not just us, the Raider games, but I watch the NFL, and when I watch other people's games, it frustrates me watching them because it is
right,
I see football, like I see how football should be played, and
Right.
right.
then when you watch us, it's like, dang, like we're barely limping along. And I'm not saying I'm not saying, oh, we got to be the Kansas City Chiefs or the Philadelphia Eagles or anything like that. But I could be
Nah, we
watching
should be better.
I
We
could be
should be
watching the middle
better.
of the pack
Fuck
team,
that. We
and
should be
and,
better.
and
It's
their
the
grade of
Raiders.
football looks way better than what we're putting on the field, and that's what frustrates me because I know that we have
Twan,
something, we really do.
Twan, Twan.
The Kansas City Chiefs been looking like the like the Las Vegas Raiders on offense lately. They haven't blown anybody out, and the fact that they almost fooled around and gave that game back to Denver when Denver had no business being anywhere near that game in that game. The way that they started that out, the Chiefs have been
Tell me, Alice Ghost.
awful. This their offense has been awful,
Yeah,
and
and
Patrick Mahomes will
everybody's
tell
saying
you.
Eric Bieniemy didn't have shit to do with that offense. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, because I watch other people. You know what I'm saying? I'll watch a random game, Seahawks versus the Texans and whatever, and
What do you think?
it just looks like other teams just have a better brand of football.
Different understanding
No,
of the
they have
game.
better quarterbacks.
Different
They got
understanding
better
of the game, and they
quarterbacks.
do have better quarterbacks too. But
And
even the teams that you have that you think don't have good quarterbacks are playing way better style of ball or way better play call. The plays
yeah,
that they had, the NFL has reached a point, and this is where they fucked up, where they're losing it, is that traditional football is no longer what wins you games because these new coaches that are coming in are coaching exclusively to beat traditional football concepts.
Exactly.
If I see that you're going to be in this defense, I know that you'll be approximately somewhere your responsibilities will be right here at these points on the field. So my offense needs to force you to fall into those traditional spots so that instead of running the routes that you're used to seeing in the route tree, we can make adjustments, run an entirely new different route, and you'll be wide open because we are counting on them to be a sound defense and do exactly what a defense is supposed to do when presented with these keys and these responsibilities.
And,
Eh, eh,
and, and, and
So
hey,
are you
Robinson.
still with me? I'm not. I just want to make sure that you understand what I'm saying.
I get it.
And
Oh,
so
okay. So have you not noticed that the Kansas City Chiefs since they got rid of Eric Bieniemy, they look hella beatable, right?
You
Hella
don't see that
beatable,
playground bullshit either, do you?
right?
Ain't nobody out there playing ring around the rosy or doing no shovel passes
Mm-hmm.
at the goal line
I'm
and
just
all of
saying.
it. Ain't
That's
none of
my
that
next head
bullshit.
coach.
I always thought the Chiefs were beatable. Even when
Yeah.
Bieniemy and all of them were over there.
Yep.
I still thought the Chiefs were beatable. But the thing was, you had to play a clean game and not hurt yourself. And that's
And they
where
was
we ran into trouble all the time. Every time we shot ourselves in the foot, guess what they did? They ran 7 right up our behind.
and got zebra and got whistle whipped when they were when we were doing it right.
Right?
Yep. So I thought they were beatable back then, but even now,
So did I.
they I agree with you. They
I
do
did.
look more beatable, but overall, when I'm sitting back as
I
a
did.
fan and watching just the NFL after I watch my game and is pissed off or happy about it, when I start watching all these other teams on Monday night, Thursday, I'm like, dang, they're actually playing. Like, man, I wish we could play. If we could play like this, like if we could just play this kind of, just be like this in football.
A perfect game from your team.
And I know that there's never going to be a perfect game, but there's just
There better be.
It's hard to explain, but there's like a certain, I don't know, it's just like there's a certain vibe that these other teams have.
First of all,
we just ain't
when the jerseys have black with silver on it, you get penalized a lot more. If you ever watched the Raider games when they were the white jerseys versus their black jerseys, there's a difference in penalties, right? Let's be honest, right? Let's get analytical, right? There's a difference in.
What's that difference? Do you have a number on that?
Fucking Saints and the fucking Steelers were both wear black jerseys, right? But they're still not penalized as much as the Raiders. Why? Because refs are programmed to know the black with that silver is a problem. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta say is this.
I was asking for numbers.
Oh fuck. Okay, my bad. I'll have the numbers next week, Robinson. Okay. I'm just gonna say this. Look, dude. In the 70s, right? They used to say the Raiders football was what? Criminal football, right?
Criminal element.
The criminal element, right? The Pittsburgh Steelers were doing the same shit. And that was called blue collar. Why? West Coast, East Coast, right?
Yep.
Right? So it's cool to be on the East Coast and do the same shit as motherfuckers from the West Coast. We're just gonna say this is lunchbox and that's criminal, right? So the Raiders got a whole long laundry list of stuff they got to get through and everything else. That's why we're fans. Honestly, Twan, that's why we're fans. Because guess what? The next Lombardi we hold up, we're all gonna sit back and be like this. We beat that team, the refs, the NFL, and they mamas and they preachers and everybody else, dude. Because this is how we have to do it. We have to win undisputed. You know what I mean? Dude, we got to beat 6 teams just to win a Super Bowl. At the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Because this is how we do it.
If we know that, then why don't they know that?
I got a better question.
They know it.
I got a better question. Who does Mark Davis got to pay in order for the outcome to change? That has to be what it is, because the guys who keep winning are the richest owners. You don't ever see the broke owners winning. And Mark Davis's franchise is the sixth highest most valuable franchise in the league. It's time to see some winning.
He's fit. 5. Fit.
Hey, I'm just saying, hey, I know sometimes this is money ball, but look, hey, just put 50 on every team. Can we just put 50 on it? You know what I'm saying? Like I was listening. I was watching this podcast, and they were talking about basketball, and this guy was like, "Hey, you gotta you gotta put up 15 to beat them by 1." Like in the sense of, look, if you put so many points on the board, they can't blow the whistle enough. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Like,
Right? I'm with you. Twan,
I
I'm
watched
with you.
I watched Cleveland win an NBA Finals game like that, where they literally
Mhm.
they called 12 penalties in a quarter on the Warriors. Or excuse me, it was
All
20. I think
deserving.
it was 20. It was
All
20
deserving.
minute 20 fouls in the first half
All
and 24
deserving.
minutes of basketball.
All
Do the
deserving.
math on that.
All deserving.
but that's that. If we know that, then why are we not having that mentality that we need to blow out every team that we play, instead of saying, "Oh, we just need to beat them by 1"?
Hey, coach.
Their coach
Hey,
is not a
coach.
winner. In his
Coach
spirit,
is not a winner.
in his soul, said that is a conservative coach that wants people to execute, and if they don't execute, then he's just looking to do whatever he's got to do to get a win. And to him, a win is classified as one more point than you when the time reads 0. And while that is absolutely true, and it doesn't matter how you get a win when you are blessed with the enormous amount of talent that he has at his disposal and the amount of capital committed to this
And don't even
offense,
fucking use it. Tell the truth, Robinson.
and is not using it at all, using the majority of it, and then squandering what was entirely had a lot of production for him last year. D- uh, Jacoby Myers could be a number 1 receiver on a lot of teams in this league.
Facts.
So
Mm-hmm.
you've got Devontae Adams, a potential another number 1 or 2A, and then you got Hunter Renfro, you've got Austin Hooper, which is a good tight end. You've got your rookie, you've got Hunter Renfro, you've got DeAndre Carter, you've got Trey Tucker, who actually owns the longest play from scrimmage on the season at 34 yards from an end around, not a pass. Let that sink in. You see you're it's very easy to see where your problem is.
But we still haven't even talked about Josh Jacobs yet. You know what I'm saying?
And he's been better. He's been a lot better.
Oh,
Facts.
jump cut is back, baby.
Still, so but even watching him shake the defensive back and then take off. You remember what I was telling you about? He looks a lot bigger to me.
Mm-hmm.
He's slower. He's not as
Now
fast as he was last year.
you need to put a Superman fucking shit back on. Get back in that 2-8. Look like a real running back. That this little single number bullshit is a la verga. Get rid of it. Put the 2-8
Yeah,
on. I
he's
know.
too big to have one number.
Yeah. Put the 2-8 on.
Yeah,
Make motherfuckers
he
fear you. Make
said that
motherfuckers
while
fear you.
and I get it, dudes is bouncing off of him, and in the long run, he's probably able to absorb more contact like that. But the reduction in speed and
Put the 2-8.
explosion is costing them and getting to the holes, because the holes are there, and you can see it when Zamir comes in and start and is and at least making it through the hole. But we also got to remember Zamir is a lot faster than Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, but he got no vision worth of fuck.
But he's getting to the hole. The point of the
Yeah.
statement
That's
was
the
he's
vision, is
getting
getting
to
to
the
the hole.
hole.
That
Yeah.
Yeah,
Justin Fargas effect.
because
He got to the hole
Jacobs
and line up
isn't,
his
yeah,
offensive lineman's back.
but
He got
Jacobs
there.
isn't making it to the hole, and he's tap dancing in the backfield.
Right. Hey, check this out, dude. We're at hour and 45 minutes in. Phil, I know damn well I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. I love you. Whit, I know you probably passed out because you're on East Coast time. Fuck it. Twine, I'm gonna shoot you my phone number so we can talk tomorrow. We all kick it and everything, watch this game. So yeah, dude, I'm done for the night, dude. I'm ready to go to bed, dude.
For sure, man.
Got a whole house full of
Thanks for
women,
having
you know
me,
what I'm
man.
saying?
For real.
Hey, thank you guys. You know what I mean? Al's Ghost, you already know. All right, so Al's Ghost just said the truth. We have no identity. Okay, I gotta at least say
is
this.
defense.
I gotta say this on offense. At least with John Gruden, we're lining up in I formation, weak eye, strong eye. You knew where the ball was coming. Stop that shit. You can't. We're coming downhill on you. This shit, I don't know. So
Hey,
it is what it is.
even in that offense, everybody knew we was running the ball, but we still got 4 or 5 yards on it.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
You
just
couldn't stop
saying.
it, right?
I'm
Right?
just saying.
'Cause
Everybody knew we was
you,
running it, but we was still getting
yeah,
yards.
yeah. You know what I mean? So, all right, fellas. We're coming up on 2 hours, so I love you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Twan, you already know, dog. Don't be a stranger, doggy.
For sure, man.
All right, I'm out. Peace.
Right.